There's some things that were frustrating about it and building that business that I came to the conclusion that I need to say goodbye to Clash Discs. And in a sense, a little bit of saying goodbye to disc golf. You probably have seen that I haven't posted disc golf in a long time, in a while. My last disc golf was March 15th. So it's been a few months. And if you've seen any of the video, you know that I've recently got a job at Scheels, at the Tulsa Scheels. They're building one here. It's supposed to open, it's going to open October 19th. I got the job to be honest, I got the job to get a paycheck. I was going to clock in, do post. I got the job as a social media person. I was going to do Clash Disc, try to build their distribution, sell their stuff online. At first I started doing their social media, and then I thought, well, I could help them build their business here in the United States. So I had a 10-year plan written out. I had a 1-year goal, 3-year outlook, and a 10-year plan. And by the close on the 3 to 5 years, I was going to have a warehouse here and do distribution for Clash Discs. Had it all laid out, had planned out how many employees I needed and everything. And I started working toward that, was doing online distribution, building up my stores that I would sell to. I can't remember how many stores I got to, but business was going. It was doing all right in retail side. And then things started shifting at Clash Discs, and I needed to find a job. I was going to see if I could build up their online business, but I needed to find a job. Finding clients as a social media freelancer and then trying to build a business on the side was just proving to be a bit much when it came to paying my bills. I started searching around for different places to get a job. One place that I found was Scheels, and I thought, social media, I'll do it. I figured they would just give me like some direction, and I would post just product stuff, or just it wouldn't be a lot of work. It would be work, but not a lot of work. Well, little did I know that they are very open to you producing things specifically for that local company. It's really it's an interesting model because it's a corporation. It's a large company. It's not super large. They only have, when Tulsa opens, there'll only be 34 stores, but each store is handled almost like its own little store. So my understanding, like other places like Academy and Dick's Sporting Goods, are more like corporate run, and things that are purchased are typically run by people that live somewhere else, right? They don't live in that specific town. But at Scheels, the shop manager, they call them. In other words, if there's a shop manager over fishing, then that person is in charge of ordering inventory. And so if something is selling really well, they order more of it. If it's not, then they're like, we're not going to order more of it. So it's very local. And their social media is ran that same way. So there's a big Scheels Instagram and Facebook. There's a presence there and on YouTube and TikTok. But locally, there is a Tulsa Scheels for Facebook and Instagram. There's a Meridian Scheels. There's a Chandler Park Scheels. There's an Overland Park, Kansas Scheels. So each individual store has their individual Facebook and Instagram. And that allows us to keep it local, right? So to gives it that local feel, which I think is awesome because you get to see on social media the people that you're actually going to see when you walk into the store. So I think that's really cool. And I've really embraced it, and they have embraced my style of producing content, which has been fantastic. So, and there's some opportunity there for me to advance and to do a lot of good stuff and great stuff that I love doing. And so over the last couple months, I've just been contemplating, what do I do? Do I continue the Clash Disc stuff? The sales was doing okay, but not enough to to live off alone. There's some things that were frustrating about it and building that business that I came to the conclusion that I need to say goodbye to Clash Discs. And in a sense, a little bit of saying goodbye to disc golf. Disc golf has been part of what I've been doing myself, my identity, since 2009, and really took off around 2000, probably 2010, 11. Really became part of my identity. And then, of course, when I went full-time in 2014, it was completely my identity. Cool Daddy Slick Breeze was my identity. Working for Dynamic Discs was my identity. And I loved it. I loved that job. I won't get into all the whole backstory of why I left and stuff like that, but I really enjoyed that job. And I do tend to do that. I do tend to like just really get into the job and just do it as best I could. And just, anyway, I want to do that with Tulsa Scheels. I want to see where this can take me. And I can't have too many distractions. And one of the distractions was Clash Discs and building a disc golf business here in Tulsa. All that to say is that I'm going to sell my inventory that I have, deep discounts. So if you're watching this, you might check to see if I have any inventory left at Cool Daddy Disc Golf. And once it's gone, everything behind me you see, which is really low stock. I haven't restocked because I've been contemplating all this. But once I get rid of that, I'm get rid of these shelves, and then I will say goodbye to it all. Do I feel like a failure? A little bit, but then I'm going to look at this as a learning experience. So I learned about business. I had a lot more to learn for sure. It's an experience that I had. I tried. There were other things. There were things on my end that I could have done better. Things on my end that I didn't get done. There are things on other ends, the other end, where they were out of my control that didn't allow this to happen. So what does that mean for me? I'm going to create stuff for Tulsa Scheels. I'm going to continue to create, because I've told you I love creating content. I'm going to continue creating content for this YouTube channel. I know I've looked at my analytics, and quite a bit of you have already left when I announced that I was going to be doing more of my vlog, lifestyle, health, fitness stuff on here. But a lot of you are stuck around, and I appreciate that. So if you happen to be watching this and you're a fan of Cool Daddy Slick Breeze, fan of my dynamic disc days, but you enjoy what I do here on the channel, maybe you'll learn some stuff through my fitness journey and through what I do. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate it. And I thank you so much, guys. Now I'm excited. I know it doesn't sound like it now because even today, Misty, my girlfriend, was like, is this what you really want? And I'm like, yes, this is what I really want. I need to close this chapter so I can concentrate on the new chapter. And man, it's going to be a fantastic chapter. I'm ready to just, me and Joseph, who work at Tulsa Scheels, we have been killing it, doing an awesome job. He is so talented, and I love what I do, and we're getting great feedback, and we're going to keep doing great things, and it's awesome. So I'm super excited. So hopefully you'll stick around and follow my journey and enjoy the whole process of it all. Back to going back to what I was saying, CoolDaddyDiscGolf.com, check it. I might have some inventory left, deep discounts, and yeah, thanks for being a part of the journey, and I hope you continue to be part of the journey.